Morning. Let's talk about Peshawar. Now, this is the capital of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, a province in Pakistan, and it's actually one of the most underrated cities in the entire country. It has beautiful buildings, not just from Mughal era, but also from the colonial era. Like, for example, the Islamia College, which I will show you. It's not the safest place in Pakistan, especially if you're a foreigner. So I would highly recommend that you get a guide or you come with someone or you find someone local here who knows the people and the language, because that will make your life much, much easier. But on the other side, people here are known for their hospitality. Pathans are the most amazing, friendliest, most hospitable people, I think, on the entire planet. If they call you a friend, they actually do mean it, and they will go out of their way. I mean, honestly, they will go to any lengths to make sure that you're safe. So make some local friends. That will really help you. The food is very different here. You should definitely try some of their regional food. I will show you a couple of spots. At least you shouldn't miss those. And for the rest of the city, let's go explore it. I'm not gonna bore you with how to do it or what's there to see. So the first stop to make is this Attock bridge. Now, you can see two rivers meeting right behind me. The blue one is mighty Indus and the brown one is Kabul. Now, sadly, the Indus is not that much in flow because of a dam that was built, but it's still a beautiful spot to stop at. Now, sadly, you cannot visit it. I found this problem not only with this fort, but the two others that are in Peshawar, Jamrud Fort and Bala Hisar Fort. They've been taken over by Pakistan Army, and because of security reasons, people are no longer allowed to visit. That is a real shame because I really wanted to see these buildings, and unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. Or you can, unless you know someone in army. So the best way and the more fun way is actually going through the Grand Trunk Road, or the GT Road as it is called here. Now the second one is to stop at Nowshera. So when you're going through the main city, you will be able to see a beautiful pink building that's almost in Art Nouveau style on the right hand side. So keep a lookout for that. I'm heading to Khyber Pass, or Bab E Khyber, which is sort of the gateway to Peshawar from Afghanistan. It's gonna take us about 40 minutes to an hour because it was quite busy at Karkhana Market. Welcome to Peshawar, the wild, wild west of Pakistan. I'm at Jaleel Chapli Kabab House. Chapli Kabab is a specialty of Peshawar, and you cannot just not do it. You have to eat it when you come to Peshawar. And this is one of the oldest places to get the best kebabs. This is an institution in Peshawar. If you have to try Chapli Kabab, this is the place to come. And this is the specialty of the place. There's literally not much here other than this. I'm gonna go finish this and I'll see you in a bit to show you the rest of Peshawar. Oh, and by the way, don't drink any soft drinks with this. Only get Kabab green tea after this. Otherwise, it's gonna get stuck in your esophagus. Honestly, seriously. I am at Islamia College, one of the most spectacular and beautiful British era buildings in the entire city of Peshawar, or even KPK. It is grand and it is really well maintained, and it is a functioning educational institution. I really love the building. Let's go explore it a bit more. And the best time to come here is the golden hour, the sunset. This is Sunehri Mosque and it's in the southern area in Peshawar. Now I've been to Peshawar before, but I'd never heard of it and I've never visited before. So this was a really nice, pleasant surprise, and it's a really, really beautiful mosque that's really well preserved as well. This is the best way to go around Peshawar. It's really, really fun. I am in Ghanta Ghar, which is old Peshawar, and this is the epicenter of what the city used to be in older times. So from here around, there are different branches which lead to different bazaars like Qissa, Khwani, Khyber Bazar, Shinwari, Sarafa Bazar, all of these different areas. I'll show you some of those, but when you stand here, don't just look at this, just look around you, and there are so many beautiful buildings, and they might not be visible from the first floor, from the ground floor, but if you look above, these are remnants of good times, when Peshawar was a more liberal city, and this was the center of the city, and this is where all the luxury life happened. I'm just happy they're still here as a reminder. I'm just sad that they're not in a very good shape. Let's go see some more. The place I was at before is Yadgar Chowk, and this is the Ghanta Ghar, or the clock tower. We continue on.
The historic street, or Bazar Kalan as it is known here, is a great place to walk along. It was recently renovated by the city of Peshawar as a cultural hub. It's not in a great shape either, but it is the best place in the old city to see great architecture in one spot.
So I'm at Sethi House. It is in a specific area, probably one of the most beautiful areas. And even when you get here, there are a lot of these really old style, beautiful balconies you can see. So it doesn't look much from outside, but I promised good things inside. So let's go without wasting time. Right, so I'm sitting at Nisar, Charsi, Tikka, and this is one of the oldest places to have great food in Peshawar. But you need to know a couple of things. One, they make everything absolutely fresh, so you actually need to order your own cuts of meat, and then they start preparing. So it usually takes about an hour, but if it's busy, it could be an hour and a half. Secondly, you won't find any plates here because you're supposed to eat everything communally. So I'm gonna go finish all of this food. I'll try, honestly, and then I'll show you the rest of Peshawar. Let's go.
Mahabat Khan Mosque is a 17th century Mughal era beautiful mosque, which is actually one of the most beautiful mosques in the entire country. It is extensively and richly decorated in its main prayer hall. During my visit, the exterior was being renovated, but just visiting the main prayer hall is an absolute pleasure for all senses. Khwani Bazar is one of the oldest and the busiest spots in the old city of Peshawar. This is not a single place but a labyrinth of small narrow streets which will show you a lot, and while you're passing through it, don't forget to look up for the beautiful balconies. That is all from Peshawar, but before going, I have to eat some Kabuli pilau because no visit to Peshawar is complete without it.
If you haven't already, do subscribe, like, and comment. I always love some feedback. This is how you do it.